Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are talking about Palantir Technologies PLTR stock. In this video, we will be analyzing 3 articles, to where the first one is titled, Sparta Science joins Palantir's FedStart to accelerate access to AI-enabled human readiness technology for US government customers. And this is going to be a very positive catalyst for Palantir Technologies as they continuously innovate and sign with more and more institutions, organizations, and agencies. So this just goes to show you how Palantir is continuously making moves and how this will prime them for growth in the future. After that, let's move on and talk about why Palantir Technologies is one of the top growth stocks to buy right now for $20, and we will discuss where their future share price could be going, to where this author believes the company could surge up to $32, which is even more bullish than the prior price target of $25. Lastly, we'll round out the video talking about why Palantir continuously moves closer to achieving that United Kingdom National Health Services contract amid data privacy concerns. So they are one step closer to obtaining a $579 million contract over in the United Kingdom, which should send shares surging close to around $20. So with that being said, don't forget to go and annihilate the like button right now, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe if you are new, and tell me down below in the comments if you want more videos on Palantir Technologies. And with that being said, let's jump right into today's stories. Palantir Technologies is a big data and analytics company which serves both commercial enterprises as well as government agencies, and this company also specializes in artificial intelligence as well as machine learning. On the other hand, we have Sparta Science, which is a leader in the movement of health technologies, and they are partnering with Palantir Technologies FedStart program to operate at impact level 5 for US government customers. So this is a very high-level collaboration between these two institutions to further benefit United States agencies. And if you didn't know, Sparta Science offers cutting-edge data and AI operations through various platforms which are enabled with artificial intelligence and machine learning insights. And they are going to utilize Palantir Technologies' overall prowess in artificial intelligence and machine learning to even benefit other customers even more. Also, if you don't know about the FedStart program, FedStart is a software as a service offering that accelerates and expands access to federal government customers by enabling Sparta Science to run their platform inside Palantir's secure and accredited environment. So this collaboration is going to signal a critical milestone for both Palantir Technologies as well as Sparta Science, who have both committed to enhancing security and compliance while building upon existing credentials. So this just goes to show you that Palantir continuously lands and networks their overall capabilities in a plethora of various segments across the market, both private, public, and government. So this synergy between both of these companies will benefit both companies for the long term, to where the CEO and founder of Sparta Science even said, and I quote, "We are thrilled to join Palantir's FedStart program and leverage their expertise and outstanding credentials for secure GovCloud operations." He goes on to say, "This partnership allows us to focus on delivering the best human readiness solutions without placing the full burden of an ATO on our customers, accelerating the time to capability in the hands of operators." So essentially, they're just saying that with Palantir's help, it is going to make Sparta Science more effective and efficient, which will then benefit Sparta's customers. Sparta Science also has provided solutions to the US government ever since 2017, so customers of Sparta Science are going to derive data-driven insights so that they can reduce the risk of things such as injuries, they're going to optimize the company's overall performance, and they're going to carefully assess the recovery for return to duty personnel. And they are going to use Palantir Technologies to help them do this, which I think is very cool. On top of that, Sparta Science's vice president of the public sector even said, and I quote, "Leveraging human observation data at the scale and security required for the DoD can unlock access to human readiness in ways we haven't seen before. I'm excited to build that future and deliver outcomes to our government customers where everybody matters every day." Very well said. So in the end, the main takeaway you need to have for this article is that Palantir is widening their overall networking capabilities, and Sparta Science and Palantir are going to benefit US government customers. And therefore, I think it's a win for both of these companies. However, let's move on and talk about why Palantir is such a good growth company and why they could exceed $20 per share in the short term. Palantir is a fast-growing company, and they have given investors a big boost so far thanks to the acceleration in their overall growth. For For instance, let's just take a look at technology stocks to see how Palantir Technologies compares. Technology stocks have witnessed a roller coaster of volatility over the past 3 years, while rising impressively in 2021 before collapsing and then resurging again. The collapse was due to a plethora of reasons, such as the illness, inflation, high interest rates, fear of another recession, weakness in the consumer market, as well as weakness in technologies involving smartphones and computers. But despite the volatility, the NASDAQ 100 Technology Sector Index has appreciated in price by around 23% in the last 3 years, which is rather impressive. And the index has surged around 35% this year alone, which is why I advocate for people to invest into ticker symbol QQQM so they can get this growth in their portfolios. For me, I have a large portion of my money in QQQM, and I would suggest you doing your own research to determine if that ETF is right for you. However, some investors don't want to invest into such an aggressive ETF due to the possibility of the Federal Reserve increasing interest rates further to get inflation under control, which will negatively impact growth stocks such as technology stocks, which is what the NASDAQ 100 and QQQM actually hold inside of their cart. Although this has spooked investors as of late, I think this is the best time to invest into opportunities such as these, because if you can identify aggressive or fast-growing companies that are trading relatively cheap compared to their future valuations, then right now is a good time to buy. So that's why it may be a good idea to buy Palantir Technologies PLTR stock. So let's take a look at some reasons why we could do this. Well, the first reason is that their current share price is trading below their high-end share price, which means that their current share price trades for $17.32 per share, even though it could surge up to $25 over the next 12 months, according to a 5-star analyst. Now, this does not guarantee that this company will surge to $25 over the next 12 months, and it doesn't guarantee that this company can't fall lower in their share price over the short term. But what it does communicate is that very prestigious analysts, professionals, and experts are excited about the future growth trajectory of this stock. Another thing I want to bring to your attention is while the NASDAQ 100 index increased by around 35% this year, like we talked about earlier, Palantir has demolished those returns by giving their investors a 132% gain, thus crushing the majority of other investments you could have been in, which is why I've been advocating to buy Palantir for the last 2 years, which is why I personally hold this in my portfolio. However, I do not advocate to invest more than a 5% initial portfolio allocation to this company. For instance, if your portfolio is $100,000, that means you would be able to invest $5,000 into Palantir Technologies in total. And you can do this either all at once or over a long period of time by dollar cost averaging yourself into the company, which is what I do. However, once I've spent my $5,000, I just let the stock do whatever it wills, whether that $5,000 turns into $10,000 or even if it goes down to $3,000, I am in it for the long term because the long-term growth trajectory of this company should pay off very handsomely. On top of that, Palantir delivered $1.06 billion worth of revenue in the first half of 2023, and that would equate to a 15% increase year over year from the prior period. And they're anticipated to finish this year of 2023 with $2.2 billion worth of revenue, which would equate to a 16% increase, even greater than that 15% we just talked about. But it gets even better, because according to analysts' forecasts, over the next few years, they could increase from 16% to 19 to 20%. Palantir's top of the line for their revenue could jump 20% annually in 2024 and 2025, thus bringing in better growth rates than we are experiencing right now. So if the current share price is around $17, while the revenues are only increasing 15 to 16%, in the next 2 years, when it's growing 19 to 20% for 2 years in a row, the share price should be substantially higher. And don't get it twisted, because Palantir could end up delivering earnings and revenue beats and surprises, thus clocking in faster growth rates than what these professionals anticipate, thanks to their artificial intelligence platform named AIP. Palantir has already received a major contract worth $463 million from the U.S. Special Forces, and they are anticipated to win another contract from the United Kingdom worth even more than that, which is worth up to $579 million. So if they could also win that, again, we could see a surge in their overall share price above $20 potentially. And this could just be the beginning. Palantir as a company is sitting on a market potential of $1 trillion thanks to their artificial intelligence platforms. But I actually think this is somewhat misleading because Palantir's overall market is lower than the overall AI market for a multitude of reasons. But one of the reasons is that Palantir Technologies does not do business with anyone that is not the United States or a United States ally, which substantially lowers this global market. So it's worth noting that Palantir is witnessing a bump in their overall customers, which is reflecting on their overall contracts that they are landing, which thus is increasing their overall revenue and earnings. But the best part is that even their existing customers have increased spending. So spending by Palantir's customers have increased very nicely. And if Palantir's customers are willing to spend more on Palantir's overall platforms, this is increasing Palantir's revenue even if they don't land more contracts. Therefore, you can expect more future upside from this company. But how much upside can you anticipate? Analysts currently right now are forecasting that their earnings are going to grow at a rate of 82% for the next 5 years. To put this into perspective, the company finished 2022 with 6 cents per share in earnings. And if we assume their bottom line increases at a compounding annual growth rate of 82% over the next 5 years, that means by 2027, they could bring in $1.20 per share for their EPS, which is astonishing. So not only are they growing their revenue rapidly, but also their earnings rapidly. So I anticipate their next earnings report to be rather impressive. Going forward, if we also use these growth multiples to discount from their overall forward earnings multiple, we know that they could reach a share price of around $32 over the next 5 years or by 2027, while the near-term price target of $25 is for the year of 2023 and 2024. So if you have $20 laying around and you want to buy a technology growth stock that is a smart long-term investment, then feel free to look further into this company, but don't buy this company unless you personally have done your own research, because this company is extremely risky. And if you are not willing to hold this company for the next 5 years, even if it drops down to $10, then this company may not be the company for you. Lastly, let's round out the video on a very positive note, again, talking about the UK, which is the United Kingdom National Health Service, or the NHS contract that Palantir could obtain. Palantir is still on track to win the contract overall, and that would be with the United Kingdom's National Health Service, and this is despite concerns over privacy. Palantir, which is a data analytics company, will help the agency analyze medical data, detect patterns, and overhaul their entire system. But the deal is subject to final approvals. It is not written in stone that Palantir has won this contract, but I do think they will win this contract. The problem that Palantir is facing is civil rights and politics, to where many advocacy groups have expressed concerns over the transparency of health data being given to a for-profit commercial company which is located over in the United States, such as Palantir. So if Palantir can overcome this obstacle regarding these civil rights groups and these advocacy groups and this political jargon, that Palantir, in my opinion, will easily win this contract. And if they do, Palantir could be rewarded around $83 million per year, depending on how long this contract goes, because the whole contract, if it's a 5-year contract, could be worth around $579 million, but there's also the ability for the NHS to extend that another 2 years to make it a 7-year contract. So we are just going to have to wait and see. But if Palantir does achieve this, then yes, the company could surge up to $20 per share. But if they miss this contract, now listen closely, if they miss this contract, the company will decrease in their overall share price, potentially dropping below $15 per share. So again, this is a huge risk that you need to consider, and there is no guarantee that Palantir will win this contract, or yet alone win the whole thing, because potentially they could win half of the contract. But I would love to hear your thoughts on any and all of these stories about Palantir Technologies. Don't forget to go and annihilate that like button for more videos like this one. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to become a member of this channel for as little as 99 cents so I can continuously make videos just like this one. And with that being said, I will see you in the next YT video.